Action.
Hey guys, it's Paul, and I am joined by...
my wonderful cousin, Eric Arterbridge.
And we're both going to talk to you here at the beginning. We want to apologize. This episode turned out a little shorter than we anticipated, but I think it's pretty good still. We want to wish...
it's a holiday. We put less effort into it.
Yeah, I mean, we get vacations here too, right?
Yeah.
We want to wish you guys and all your families happy holidays and whatever you actually celebrate.
Yeah.
But mainly we want to tell you that today's episode is brought to you by paraboxmonthly.com. Eric.
It's an easier website.
It's an easier website.
Than it used to be.
It's been easier for a while.
Thank you.
We had a lot of trouble saying...
Well, I know Paul had a lot of trouble putting that
what was it?
Para-box.
Yeah. Yeah, that was... But now it's paraboxmonthly.com.
Yep.
You can go there, and for just $19.95, you can sign up for your first box. And Eric, what comes in the box?
Wonderful T-shirt.
What's in the box?
A T-shirt.
Yeah, you get an awesome T-shirt, and you are entered into an online scavenger hunt. We did the scavenger hunt together last month. We had a lot of fun doing it.
Yeah.
We learned some Morse code along the way.
Yeah, but Paul, surely our listeners don't have to pay full price on their first box.
No, why would our listeners pay full price? We're going to get you the Goose Pimples deal. At checkout, you could put in promo code Goose Pimples, all one word, Goose Pimples, for 10% off your first box.
That's a great deal.
It really is a great deal because the box is already $19.95, and that's usually the cost of a good quality T-shirt these days.
Or more than that.
So you're getting an awesome T-shirt, and guess what? If you're not interested after that, which, trust me, you will be because the shirts are awesome, you can cancel at any time. There's no contracts or termination fees.
Yeah. And you get to be in the scavenger hunt. That's fun.
You get the scavenger hunt, and if you can get to the end of the scavenger hunt, which...
what do you get?
Good luck. They are not easy. But if you
do, it means you're smart.
If you can do it, you can pat yourself on the back, and you're also entered into the running to get free stuff. And there's nothing better than free stuff.
That's my favorite price.
That's why I love Christmas so much, all the free stuff I get.
Yeah, but I hate Christmas shopping.
Yeah, well, here's the trick. You just let other people buy you stuff, and you don't get anything for other people. It makes Christmas so much more fun.
Yeah.
No, I'm kidding. But thank you guys for all the support so far.
Thank you.
Again, we wish you a merry whatever you celebrate, and enjoy the holidays.
A happy New Year. Oh, wait, we'll see you before that. We'll see you on New Year's.
Yeah, we'll talk to you guys on New Year's.
Okay, bye.
Bye-bye. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of Goose Pimples. It's a podcast where I, Paul Breeden, am joined by my wonderful cousin,
Eric Arterbridge.
And today, jumping in on the Christmas joy, the holiday celebration, is my daughter, 8-year-old Taylor Breeden.
Hello.
There she is. How you doing, Taylor?
Good.
Are you excited to be on the podcast that you always say is so stupid?
Yes.
Okay.
Taylor, I'm so happy you're here with us today. And I'm happy I'm here with you, too, in Newcastle.
Yeah, this is
Delaware.
a face-to-face. Eric's down for the holidays, and we decided to get together and do a live Goose... Well, it's not live. You guys aren't hearing it live, but we're live together.
We are alive.
We are live.
Unlike the people we talk about sometimes.
Some of them.
Yeah.
So, yeah, being that this is a holiday episode, I thought it would be fun to get a child's perspective on the topic today, because the topic today is, well, let's...
I'm on the edge of my seat.
Let's see. So, what do you think of when someone says Christmas, Taylor?
Christmas
I think of
Taylor?
a Christmas tree.
A Christmas tree, what else?
Ornaments.
Ornaments. Eric, what do you think of when you think of Christmas?
I think of the birth of our Lord and Savior,
All right, that's
Jesus
enough.
Christ.
So, the main thing that everyone thinks about, the thing synonymous with Christmas is Santa Claus, right?
Oh, yeah, that guy, too.
So Santa Claus brings joy and fun and happiness to everyone's lives and presents. But guys, you're not going to believe this.
What?
Some places don't quite get it right.
What do you mean?
There are places where holiday traditions are a little different than we know here in good old Delaware.
Well, that makes sense. Everywhere is different in many ways.
That's true. But we're going to talk about some of the weirder Christmas traditions today on Goose Pimples. How's that sound?
Oh, good.
Okay. So, what I want to start with is something that I didn't know was a real thing. I thought it was just something that Dwight made up on The Office. Eric, if you watch The Office, you know what I'm talking about.
I've seen a few episodes.
All right. Well, I'm going to set the scene for you guys, okay?
Okay.
Hey.
Okay. Eric, Taylor, I need you to imagine that it's the week before Christmas. Okay?
Not very hard to do.
Right.
Yes.
Okay. You've got your stockings hung. You've got your Christmas tree lit. You're all ready for Christmas. You're all ready for Santa to come down the chimney with his big bag and bring you toys and trinkets and everything you asked for while you were sitting on Santa's lap at the mall, right?
Yes.
Taylor, they can't hear you nodding. Okay. All right. So we're having the Christmas party, and then you hear a noise. Oh, what was that noise? Did you hear that? Could it be an early Christmas surprise? Taylor, do you know who it is?
Santa.
No, it's not.
Oh, who is it?
So you can hear the light rasp of his switch rubbing against the windowsill.
Ew.
Are you getting excited?
I'm getting nervous.
You run over to the window, and all of a sudden, Thurston, who is here, he's at the party.
My dog?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
As we know, he's much smarter than you. And he obviously knows much more about the southwestern German holiday traditions
Well,
than
that's
you.
true because he's very brilliant, so.
Thurston shouts the magic words.
What?
Der Belsnickel!
Oh, no, not Belsnickel.
As you open the window, in comes Belsnickel.
Who is that?
Belsnickel is draped in fur clothing. He's completely disheveled. His clothes are torn and dirty, and you can see twigs and leaves sprouting out of the furs.
Sounds like my brother.
Taylor, Eric, he's wearing a hideous mask, and you can see that he has an unusually large tongue.
Ew.
He sounds weird.
He is not weird. He's here to bring you Christmas joy.
Joy.
It's Belsnickel, and he's here to judge you for Christmas.
How will he do that?
Well, I'll tell you. You want to know what's next? Next, Taylor, Eric, Thurston, and me. I'll get in on the celebration. We all circle around Belsnickel, and we await our judgment. Okay?
Oh, no.
That sounds creepy.
So when Belsnickel comes to you, when it's your turn, this is what he's going to do. You ready, Tail? He's going to ask you one simple question. He's going to say, Taylor, have you been naughty this year? And all you have to do is answer.
Well, I know,
No.
I know the answer to that question, and that's wrong.
You said no?
No, I haven't been naughty.
Okay. Well, here are the consequences, right? Your job's simple. You just need to answer honestly. If you honestly admit that you've been a little naughty, you will be rewarded with a simple lash of his switch across your knuckles. Whoosh! If you lie, like Taylor just did, and try to hide your naughtiness, you will face a much worse fate.
Well, what happened?
But I didn't lie.
You will receive a full-on whipping from Belsnickel's
Oh,
switch.
no.
But fear not.
Well, for some, that might not be a punishment, though, you know?
The whip?
Yeah.
Yeah, who knows?
Belsnickel.
Belsnickel.
Stop.
You're the naughty one, Belsnickel.
Yes.
Taylor, earmuffs. Fear not, it's all worth it in the end. Because for the little boys and girls who were on their best behavior, Belsnickel will reward them. You want to know what you'll get?
A whipping.
Belsnickel will reach into his bag and scatter handfuls of hard candies, nuts, and loose change all over the floor.
Oh.
And we can all scramble and collect as much as we can.
So he's essentially
like
a
him.
pinata.
He's like a human piñata that hits back.
Nice.
So Belsnickel is... Well, let me show you guys a picture of Belsnickel. This picture I'm going to show you, this is a picture of Belsnickel at a Pennsylvania Dutch gathering near Philadelphia from the 1950s.
So he's real. They have pictures of him.
Yeah, he's real.
He's creepy.
Yeah, that's creepy.
Well, I think there's also like Belsnickel like helpers that dress up like, you know how Santa has all his helpers that go to the malls and
Yeah.
because he can't do it all himself. So I think there's
Yeah.
other Belsnickels that fill in for the real Belsnickel.
He's ugly though.
Here's another. This is more of an artist renditioning of what Belsnickel
That one looks a lot
like.
nicer.
It's still creepy.
He does have the weird mustache. Again, all these
Yes.
pictures will be available to you at goosepimplspodcast.com if you want to see them.
Thank
You're not
you.
going to want to see him.
And this is my favorite version of Belsnickel. This is the one
Dwight.
portrayed by Dwight Schrute on The Office.
That's really funny. That's a good Belsnickel.
That's the good Belsnickel. Okay, so a little about Belsnickel. Belsnickel is also accompanied by a companion at times.
It is?
Yeah, you want to know who his companion is?
Yeah, who's
Yes.
with him?
His
Tell me.
companion is the half goat, half demon, Krampus.
Oh, Krampus.
Yeah.
Isn't there a movie coming out about him?
I think there's a couple out. So Krampus, of all the crazy holiday horrors, Krampus is probably the most well-known. He's been the star of a couple Christmas-themed horror slasher movies recently. In folklore, Krampus is a horned demon that punishes children
Horny
that have
demon.
misbehaved throughout the year. There is no upside to Krampus, though. There's no treats if you've been good. There's no rewards. He only punishes. He is like the anti-Santa.
I don't like him.
You don't want to visit from Krampus?
No.
So yeah, Krampus is known as the Christmas demon.
I
Or
knew it was
is it-
demonic.
Yes, it's demonic.
Yeah.
I don't like him.
In many traditions, Belsnickel and Krampus are companions of jolly old Saint Nick. The idea is that they head out a few weeks early to sort of do recon for the fat man and help him put together his infamous naughty and nice lists.
No.
Oh.
December 5th seems to be the big day for Krampus. It's his own day. It's the day that's known as Krampusnacht.
Oh.
I don't think I like that day.
You don't like Krampusnacht? You want to know what happens on Krampusnacht?
Yes.
Krampusnacht is like a celebration of Krampus. So on Krampusnacht, many cultures have people that throw Krampus balls or even do Krampus runs. This is where young men will dress as Krampus, wearing masks and suits and sometimes cowbells, and run through the town trying to frighten and sometimes beat bystanders who are watching.
I don't think I'd like that.
Yeah, that sounds terrible.
At all.
What do you mean sounds terrible? Get in the Christmas spirit.
Why are they celebrating these horrible behaviors?
Exactly.
So, Krampus decides his punishments based on how naughty you've been throughout the year. You want to know what some of these punishments could be?
What?
What?
He's got a wide range. The punishments can range from Krampus leaving a pile of sticks on the children's doorstep
Leave pile
Oh
of shit.
no.
to beating the children with the sticks.
Yeah, even worse.
And if you've been really naughty, he may even kidnap you, stuff you in his sack, and throw you in a river.
Okay, I don't like that. I don't like that.
You already found one of his victims a few weeks ago.
Oh, no, Eric. You think that was a Krampus murder?
I think so, yeah.
I don't think so. I think it was a little too early. That was probably like 2 months ago when the body was found in the
practicing.
river.
He was getting ready for a season.
He was a victim of
Oh,
Krampus.
maybe.
You might be
Yeah.
right. Krampus is running wild.
That's right.
Yeah.
And in the most extreme situations, under the worst conditions, for the baddest of all the children, Taylor, he'll take the children straight to hell.
Oh, no.
You're a knucklehead, and I don't like that.
Yeah, you know what? He is a knucklehead, isn't he?
Yes.
Who, me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so here's the deal with Krampus and Belsnickel. They're actually part of Santa's posse.
Wait, it can't be.
Yeah, in some regions of Germany, Santa has a posse. And they're called the Companions of St. Nicholas. Belsnickel and Krampus, like I said, are part of this posse, but there are some other weirdos. And I wanted to kind of go over those as well.
Okay.
Some of the other
Yeah.
freaks that Santa hangs out with. You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay.
Yeah, I already know.
So up first, let's talk about... Oh, this is going to be tough. Necht Rupchet, otherwise known as Servant Rupert.
That's a weird name.
Yeah, well, it's German. Do you speak German?
No.
Oh.
Fala Portuguese?
Ich habe eine Tiger in meiner Hose.
Oh.
Stop.
That's all I remember.
talking
That means-
in German.
I'm not going to tell you. Look it up. You figure out what it means. So Servant Rupert is said to be one of St. Nick's closest companions. He was apparently a child who had been abandoned and then found by Santa. He is said to wear a brown or black robe with a pointed hood that is sometimes covered in bells, and he walks with a limp due to a childhood injury.
Does he look like Santa at all?
Yeah, kind of. The pictures I saw, he was kind of bearded, and he's like a dirty,
Can you look
a dirty
up a
Santa.
picture? I want to see a picture. That's a big beard. That's him. I don't like him.
I don't like him either. He looks like Hagrid.
Yeah.
Big beard.
You watch Harry Potter?
So that's him. That's Rupert. So Rupert is also typically seen carrying a long staff and a bag of ashes.
Why?
Exactly.
You'll find out why. He rides a white horse and is usually accompanied by fairies and men who have blackened faces and dress as old women.
Why only white horses?
Well, he just has a white horse. That's his horse. You know, like
But
Santa
what if
has
his horse dies?
Well, it's like Santa and his reindeer. The reindeer don't die. They just live forever because of Christmas
Yeah, because
magic.
they're magic.
Yeah, well, maybe this is a magic white horse. But did you hear the other part? He's sometimes accompanied by fairies and men,
drag queens.
Men with blackened faces who dress like old women. It's said that Rupert will go to each child and ask them if they know their prayers.
That's kind of like that movie that I watched that my mom didn't like. It was like this girl that it was somebody's Christmas. It was this man. He was dressed up like a girl and he's acting an old woman.
Did you watch Mrs. Doubtfire?
No.
It wasn't Mrs. Doubtfire?
No, what was it? It was like a Karina Crispin. It's like a
Anna
Dutch.
Karenina.
Oh,
What's that?
A movie. I mean, it was a book and then made into a movie.
It
I don't
wasn't
think
a
that's it.
book.
All right, well, let's get back to Rupert here. So, like I said, it said that Rupert goes to each child and he asks them if they know their prayers.
I know my prayers.
If they can recite a given prayer, he will reward them with an apple.
Can I have a toy, not an apple?
Nope, you get apples from Rupert. If they cannot recite the prayer, you know what happens?
What?
They get smacked in the head with his bag of ashes.
Oh,
Merry
I hate
Christmas.
him.
Smacked with ashes.
Yeah.
But where are these ashes from? I mean,
Exactly.
Who knows?
from his cigars, or is he burning kids?
I don't know where the ashes
He
come
probably
from.
does
the
burn kids.
The burning kids comes later. That's a
Oh.
different guy.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Okay, that's Rupert. That's the legend of
Rupert Murdoch?
Servant Rupert.
Oh.
And next we're going to talk about Pete Fouettard. This is a French. I'm sure I said that wrong. But basically, it means Father Whisper. No, not Whisper. Father Whipper.
Father Whipper.
Father Whipper.
Parlez-vous français?
Can I be a father whipper?
No, you can't whip me.
Why?
Okay, so
I belch for a reason.
so Father Whipper is said to accompany Saint Nick. You know who Saint Nick is?
Yes!
Okay. Father Whipper is said to accompany Saint Nick
My
during.
elf can still hear you.
Oh, the elf on the shelf is listening to this podcast.
Yeah.
Okay, listen up. Father Whipper is said to accompany St. Nick during his rounds on St. Nicholas Day, which falls on December 6th. I didn't know that was a thing. Have you heard of that?
No, never heard of it.
No, I never.
So on St. Nicholas Day, while Santa hands out the gifts to all the good boys and girls, Father Whipper hangs out coal and flogs the naughty children.
Ooh, I don't like it. It seems like I wouldn't like.
No, I don't think so. Santa seems to pass the dirty work along to other people, it seems.
Yeah.
I think I like Santa, just none of these people.
Well, maybe you'll like Father Whipper a little more when you hear his backstory. You want to
No,
find...
I'm going to still like Santa the most.
Well, hold on. Do you want to find out how Santa and Father Whipper met?
Yeah. how'd they
Sure, even though I know that Santa's better than Father Whipper.
meet? Were they in the army together?
They were.
Oh, really?
Father Whipper, he was a shrimp boat captain, and Santa asked him how many ways there were to prepare shrimp. And he went on a long tangent, and they became best friends. And then Father Whipper got shot, and...
Dad, I don't know why, but in my imagination, this is Father Whipper.
No, that's not Father Whipper. That was a Forrest Gump
I
reference.
get it.
Okay.
Bubba Gump.
So legend has it that Father Whipper was an innkeeper, and he and his wife found 3 wealthy young boys on their way to enroll in a religious boarding school. You want to know what they did?
What?
What?
They kidnapped the boys, drugged them, slit their throats, cut them into little pieces,
God.
and stewed them in barrels.
I still do not like him.
Now he's on the naughty list.
Well, that's it. Santa found out, and Santa was pissed. Saint Nick discovered the boys.
Yeah, those are some of his top customers that he cut up.
I'm still here.
Huh?
I'm still here, and you just cussed.
Oh, you're fine. You hear it all the time.
Yeah.
So Saint Nick discovered the boys, resurrected them from the dead, and after the boys were brought back to life, Father Whipper apologized to Santa, and Santa agreed to make him his assistant.
Oh, well.
That can't be true.
An assistant who Santa put in charge of punishing all the bad children.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh my.
Like we said, he's in charge of handing out coal and whipping the kids. Okay, there's one more companion of Santa that I wanted to talk about, and I have saved the most offensive for last. Last, and certainly probably considered least, is Zwarte Piet.
What
Zwarte
kind of
Piet.
name is that?
Zwarte Piet means
Zalte.
Black Peter. So Black Peter...
That can't.
Yeah, so Black Peter is basically a jester. Santa brings him along to entertain the children with singing and dancing and jokes. According to folklore, the real Black Peter was actually black. He is believed to have been a Moor from Spain. The problem with Black Peter, or Zwarte Piet, is that when people portray him, they almost 100% of the time dress in bright, colorful Renaissance attire, wearing big earrings, painting their faces black, painting their lips red with red lipstick, and wearing curly wigs. In case you weren't sure, yeah. When people portray Black Peter, they go full on blackface.
Oh, no.
They look like a
Don't do it.
vampire.
So here's a picture of a group of people dressed as Black Peter.
They look like a vampire. Really?
Yeah, so
That's
it's
racially
very
insensitive.
Yeah, it's very offensive. We'll say
I'd say that one looks mostly like a vampire.
you think they look like vampires.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so there's Black Peter.
Their clothes also.
And that is Santa's companions, starting with Krampus and Belsnickel.
Wow. He really has a whole team going.
He does have a whole team.
Exactly.
Luckily for us in the West, we just get Santa.
Yay!
We typically just get the good stuff.
Yay!
So that's it. Tail, do you have any Christmas wishes you want to get off here? No?
Nope.
Well, good. It'll be too late because by the time this airs, it will already be Christmas. And
Yeah.
you'll be playing with all your toys and Shopkins and other
I'm not getting Shopkins.
pieces of trash.
Pieces of trash.
Nuh-uh, I have good stuff.
Good
You want
stuff.
trash for Christmas? I need a new pair of shoes. So hopefully
Eric
Santa
needs a new
brings
pair
me
of
some
shoes. Maybe we can do a Indiegogo for that.
Daddy needs a new pair of shoes.
But that's it, guys. That's all I have. This has been our very special Christmas episode of Goose Pimples.
Wow.
And if Belsnickel or Krampus or any of the other companions of
Come
Saint...
to your house.
if they come to your house or if they just gave you Goose Pimples, do us a favor and just tell somebody about our podcast.
You better tell somebody.
That's all we want for Christmas is just for you to share the news. And that's all I have, Eric. I want to say check out our sponsors, paraboxmonthly.com.
Yeah, check them out.
And you can contact us for anything you'd like at goosepimplespodcast@gmail.com. Or you can find us on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Santa Claus is coming.